Hello and welcome. I thought I would turn on the camera because I'm grinding away, and that's not, I don't mean that in a negative way, but I am just going with this design team project. The first of anything is always a triple learning experience, and I'm loving every smidge of it. So here we are, and I thought I'd work a little bit more, and I thought maybe you'd like to join me and relax and have a watch. Nothing yet on the cover. Nothing's happening. The muse is not talking to me at all about this cover yet, so she can be that way. I'll wait. Patience is a virtue. So, the first thing that I want to solve, and I think I have it, is this this flip, which makes me happy, but it doesn't make me happy because it does that. Don't like it. But I like it. So, I thought and had a thought and another one, and I came up with some of my needlepoint pure silk and a piece of coffee dyed paper, and this is what happened in my head. If I glue this here, right down there, and I didn't know when I did this that the inside of this front cover is that paper. So here it is again. And of course, I want to unburden myself about the fact that I never used to have snits with a sewing machine, and but when you stop doing something for so long, what used to be second nature can be quite the character builder. So I wanted, in my mind's eye, which can be a deadly problem sometimes, I wanted to attach the silk to this, and my, learning by doing. I wanted the zigzag, and then I decided that I wanted two straight stitch lines on the outside of the silk, and it worked out. It did. But let me tell you, maybe with age you drop things more. I mean, I dropped the bobbin twice. It was not nice. It was just not nice. But I persevered and won the war in the long term. So I'm going to glue this down here. Well, why don't I just do it instead of talking about it, right? And if this works, I am going to do a happy dance. Okay. So, good old Fabri-Tac, here we go. Pull generously right down the center of that stitching. Some of it will sink down into the stitching, and a lot of it will not. It will stick this for life to this bit. Now, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Because there's a pocket in there. To be careful. Careful. Okay. Down just a smidge while I can still move it. Okay. Not so bad. Part of the fun of junk journaling is to back yourself into a corner and then have to figure out how to get out. This is about as close as I could get to figuring that out. I also, this is part of the ephemera, Debbie Ann's ephemera in Lady Eleanor's journal, and I thought this would be a nice journaling spot. And the bits that were left on the background here, I'm going to use right here as a tab. And she's going to go right in there. She can go all the way. because that's a deep one. Okay, there it is. Now, let's see. Oh, don't push it, Carol. Just let this really get good and dry. So, I also made this this pocket, which came with the ephemera, and so that's ready to go. And I'm going to play and get that going. And then I thought, because I have this nice black ink here, I might be able to, take it as a by your leave to do a little doodling on this, because if I leave it open enough, then journaling can be done right on top of it. Just because I feel like it. I am having that much fun. So, let's put that back. Alrighty, the trick, the test. The test. Here we go. Right. Now this closes. Here we go. It worked. It worked. It certainly did. Maybe you go in a little further there. Yes, okay. Now, what else did I decide to do here? Yes, I've done some work hither and yon, and gotten some fun things done. But the next thing I want to think about is this bit. That's the second envelope, and I have this little piece left over, and that's definitely going to go there. But here we are at the back, and this little sweet little girl belongs in here. So in she goes. In she goes. Okay, now, this was an extra that I got when I purchased some avocado dyed paper, and I was thinking, how about a side tuck and maybe this would be nice if it folded over here. I wish I could hear your opinion. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. Let's make it a little bit. That's what I had. I wish I could hear you and ask what you think. I thought just the width of these flowers, these big ones, and then, but that will make this wider. Maybe that's okay then, because it will show the design on the journaling page. Wonder if it would be possible just to glue it down the outside of the page so that it could be opened like that, and just be a pretty. So writing could be done. Writing could be done, and this here. You know, I think I'm going to do it. Yes. think I'm going to do it. And the best way to do it is to just, whoa. Out we go. Isn't this nice? That I can take it out this easily. The one page I haven't thought a lick about is this last Eco Dye page. All right, Carol. Let's get this right there. It keeps growing on that side, but that's okay. Yes. Okay, let's move this girl out of the way. And some clipping down. I think that looks about even. Well, I'm going to declare it even. I hope that you're having a nice midweek. I am. I have been working in this journal to, yes, now. I've been working in this journal, get backgrounds done and then second layers, and planning and thinking and changing my mind until I think I'm going to have brain drain. And this here. These Tim Holtz scissors. Thank heavens it's for 50% coupons, but they are just wonderful. Yes, they are. Okay, that goes there. Now, yes, let's see. I do think I'm going to try just gluing it down along there. And if I don't like what I see, now if it's glued down on this side along here, that means that this is not going to move if I glue down here, top and bottom. I have some more thinking to do. If I'm not happy with the way the glue looks when it dries, I'm going to have to think of something to for along here and here. Okay, I can do that. So this problem is solved. It's kind of a nice finish to that page, and if you'll notice, the girl is getting to be, yes, feeling like I'm not going to be able to pop much more in there, that it wouldn't be quite thin. So, if I still get carried away on anything, it's going to have to be vellum, probably. So, let's just think about Let's just think about this now. And I found some fine, I think they're dollar store clips, but silver had to be. I know that's probably so silly with junk journals, but that's the way I roll. Now, alrighty, decided to leave that there. I thought it made a little bit of an interesting design. No. Dark, and then I'm going to do some doodling. Why don't I use, oopsie daisy, why don't I use some stamps, at least on the back, at least here and here. And this is paper from the, this is paper from, or, this is, and I rounded this off because this is from the journal, Lady Eleanor's Journal, and I can see shadow printing in there. I kind of like that. Or I'm going to stop for a moment. I have my mind for some interesting paper for this. I'll be right back. Well, I took a chance. I also forgot to turn on the camera, but I wanted the black from here to be played off for my future plans for this spread. So I found these nice soft stamps, and because there are layers here, I realized that I needed to do it by hand. So I did another fingers crossed and plopped it down and used the VersaFine and turned it over very carefully and laid it down on top of these layers of paper and pressed with my fingers, particularly along these lines where there were dimensions of paper. And as luck would have it, it worked out. And the leaves went down the same way, although I almost had a mishap. You know, this is a chance that you take when you're flipping these things over, and they are so movable. But I knew that I would never be happy with my imprint because of these layers. So, mission accomplished. And then I found some coffee dyed index cards and used, this time of course I used the handy dandy magical piece, and I put some of these down on here, and this I connected these two using some of Tim Holtz's pretty washi with writing on it. I wanted to carry out the theme a little bit, and so now I have gotten to the front, and I'm having to stop now because my husband and I have to get dressed in order to go out. So I'm going to give this a think while we're driving, and I'd like to get this finished next and get a start on the other envelope that came with Lady Eleanor's Journal. I'll be back probably tomorrow to finish this. Bye now. Oh, I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say until tomorrow. I'm back at work this morning on this last envelope that was included in the ephemera for Lady Eleanor's Journal. And I wanted to get this bit done, because I'm starting to see the cover. My muse must be backing down. There. And I use one of my dyed index cards and a stamp with Memento Rich Cocoa, because of the darkness that Dee Dee created on this envelope. Love that distressing. Now, the front. I said that I wanted to use this, and I do. And I'm not going to overwhelm this because I love every bit of this envelope. The 2834 is blue, and this bits are 1892. That's purple ink. This is S.S. Henley, General Manager, purple ink. Just a delightful bit. Now, I want to ruche up some seam binding that I found in a mall, and as you'll notice, it's all flat because it was on cards. Now, where will I put this so that I don't cover up? Okay, I'm going to put that there. That's the leftover bit on the spine of the on the ephemera in the kit, and I want to use that because I just love it, and I love the coloring. It's the correct shade of pink for this color. Oh, everything's right. So I'm going to start over here. I'm just going to start over here and do a fingers crossed ruching. I'm not using the Fabri-Tac because I find that it sometimes shows through this silky bit. There it is, down already. Yay. Art glitter glue. This one, why not? Probably a lot of it won't show under the ephemera, but that's okay. I'm having fun. I'm having fun hand ruching. Whoops! I knew you were going to do that. Didn't get any glue in there. Okay, now. Dot there, and all that this fine seam binding needs is a dot. I watched a lot of ladies on YouTube, and they use an awful lot of that to do the job.
An awful lot. And let's see what's happening. Okay, we're getting there. We're in the home stretch now. Okay. And maybe, no, can't go that way. Can't go anyway. I'm just going to snip that right there. There. But I see a little bit of there. That's better. Upside down. And right there. I thought to myself I should stop cutting these papers so large. Cut them in half. Half the size would do the job and wouldn't be flapping around in front of your face. There we go. Now that got some, but this didn't. I think I'm going to use some gathered twigs around the front here. That's better. That's better. And the pin. Alrighty, now I can start to think about where we're going with this. Let's look again. Okay. This one was going here. And I'm going to put this one here, but I want her picture, I want her face to show. And I'm going to turn it the other way. There we go. Now, this works with this. Alrighty. So, I haven't finished anything here, but I think I'm going to wait with that because I'd like to put a real stamp on there, I believe. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you have enjoyed today's visit with my design team project. If you have, I would so appreciate your giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. I'll be back soon, hopefully to get started on the cover because it's starting to gel. Bye now.